Well, good evening, folks. Welcome back to the farm. Have you ever had a great idea that just turned into an absolutely, probably, most definitely terrible idea? That's what this incubator thing is. So we had this sitting in the shop for the last 20 days. Tomorrow is hatch day, but like yesterday, some hatched, some more hatched today. There's still like we filled it. Like we put 42 eggs in this thing. I mean, that's what the trays hold. So we just filled it to max capacity. And now we're going to have to manage that. That's going to be a whole thing. So, but of course, because some hatched yesterday, I'm contemplating whether or not I should crack the lid and pull some of those older ones out because, man, I don't want them to starve to death waiting for the rest of them to hatch. Because we don't really know. We don't know what percent. We didn't candle nothing. I don't know what's gonna hatch, what's not gonna hatch. So we'll go tomorrow, and whatever hatches by the end of the day hatches by the end of the day, kind of thing, right? So then I think we got to get them in a box with a heat lamp and some wood chips. Anyways, as if that wasn't enough for one day. It's a busy evening around here. So the wife had a 4-H meeting at 5 o'clock or something like that. So I had to be home early from work so that somebody was here with the kids while she could go to the 4-H meeting. Well, she got home about 3:30 because she took the kids to the dentist office. They went to Grand Prairie. They got haircuts. They went to wherever they went and got potting soil for the big greenhouse, and come back in the yard at 3:30. And she texts and she's like, "Oh, the sheep are out." And I'm like where? Well, they were just all over the yard, eh? So she texts 10 minutes later and says, "Oh, she's got them all back in." I'm like, well, where did they get out? Like, where did they get out? Because that's what matters. Like, you can't just pen them back up and not know where they got out, because then you're just going to be doing the loop, right? Well, anyways, I wheel in the yard. She's running out the door to go bottle feed the lambs. And she's like, "There's only one ewe and like 6 lambs back behind the barn. We don't know where any of the sheep are." Well, here they cut through that fence. They went through that fence that runs east and west between us and the neighbors. And they headed south. They headed south towards the lake. And they went down and over the hill and we couldn't see them. Gone. So anyways, I went out there and I give them the old... And they come running back. And I locked them in behind the barn. And they were there for about 10 minutes. And then I watched them. And they got a spot along that fence line over there where it's just all covered in wool from last year. So they've got that memory. They can see that wool, and they know I've got out here before. They're smart like that. Boom, 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 boom. Like complete disregard for the wire. Like completely disregard. Well, anyways, as fortune would have it, when PV Mart was closing, we got some electric fencing supplies. We got some new fence posts, step-in fence posts. I got a new fence energizer. So we just run 3 strands of hot wire along there, plugged in the new energizer, got it up. And like, it's spicy. And so since that's done, nobody's bothering that fence line. That's exactly what needed to happen there to deter them. But what that meant that they didn't get the kids in bed until 9 o'clock at night. The wife's still not back from her 4-H meeting. I don't know what they're figuring out there, but it's quite a lengthy one. Anyways, that's small town volunteer and everything takes longer than it should, I suppose. Anyways, I'm going to run out and feed the bottle lambs. I got to take some pictures. One of the ladies that bought some bottle lambs the other day messaged again today and said she might be interested in a couple more, and that wouldn't hurt my feelings one bit. This right here, this is one of the bottle lambs I'd be happy to get rid of. Actually, this is off of Duchess there. She got mastitis, so we just pulled the lamb off. And I mean, you could either buy every pound that you put into this lamb, or you could sell it for $100 and at least, kind of cut off the bleeding where it starts. You'd certainly make a cute little bottle lamb for somebody with just, a small handful of animals, but we got enough that we're all chores. There's just too much chores for maintain a full-time job and volunteering and kids activities and all that kind of stuff. So extra inputs like bottle babies, it's cute for a few days.